Hello everybody, and welcome to my videos on living a more Jewish life. My name is Sandy, and this lesson is the fourth video on being able to read Hebrew. I want to be able to teach 2 letters per lesson, and you should do 1 lesson per week and really focus on learning just those 2 letters at a time. We've already learned 6 letters: Resh, Bet, Mem, Shin, Lamed, and Pei, and even the ah sound for the vowel. If you haven't seen weeks 1, 2, or 3, please go to these videos that you can find on my channel, and they're also down in the description down below. After 11 weeks of lesson, you should be able to at least sound out the Hebrew, and then it's just a matter of time to practice, and eventually, like in English, you see a word and don't have to sound it out anymore. At the end of this video, I will give you some words, and you can practice saying them and finding them in books and documents in Hebrew. You won't have to sound them out after seeing them enough times, so practice watching the end of this video and just seeing the words and see the word and know the word. So the first letter I'm going to teach you today is Dalet. It is pronounced as a D, as in dog. It looks like this. And it symbolizes, it used to symbolize a door at one time because the symbol started out looking like a door. It looks a lot like a Resh, as you will remember from lesson 1, the R sound, but it is distinct in that it has, we'll say this has a little dent in the upper right-hand corner. So think dent is Dalet. The next letter I'm going to teach you is Gimel. Gimel has a G sound as in gold or go, and it looks like this. The letter Gimel represents a camel, so Gimel meant camel, and it used to look a lot more like a camel if you can kind of picture it with a backside and back legs. This is just kind of the head and the foot, the feet. I'm going to show you the next vowel sound. It's as in Edward, and it is symbolized with 3 dots forming a triangle below a word. You can see in the word for rain, which is Geshem, we have 2 of them. So the Gimel, and then you say the Ge, and then you see the Shin, and so it's sh, below it, and then the Mem sound at the end, so it's Geshem. Now you have 8 letters to choose from and 2 different vowels. You can now make a lot of words. I will show you some of the common words. Try finding these words and roots in a Hebrew text. When you're looking for a root, you'll be looking for those 3 letters, but they may have some letters in between them, letters perhaps that we have not learned yet. But I'm going to start out with some simpler words. So now that you have the Gimel, you can form the word Gam. It means also. You also get the word for wave, which is Gal. You get the word for stranger, which is Ger. And you get the word for Dam, where right now, I don't know when you're watching this, but we are coming up to Passover, and in the Passover story, one of the plagues is the plague of Dam. So you will know that when you get to your Passover Seder this year, and you see Dam. 3-letter words that are new, that are common, as I said, Geshem, Regel is, well, first of all, Geshem is rain, and Regel is a foot or a leg. Next word is Shaleg. Shaleg means snow. So those are 3 simple common words that you can use. So you got Geshem and Shaleg, rain and snow, and then Regel is a foot. I'm going to give you 3 very, very common 3-letter roots. The first one is Dalet, Bet, Resh. You could say Davar, but that is the root, and that refers to words. It refers to speaking. So if you see that, you know it's somewhere around that meaning. Next word, we kind of learned a little bit last week, because one of the words we have Lamed, Mem, and Dalet. Those generally refer to learning. So look for those letters, and if you see those in a word in a row, perhaps with a letter between each one, you know that's referring to Lamed. Even our word Talmud comes from that word. The next root is Gimel, Dalet, Lamed, and this is referring to great or big or growing. When you're saying the Amidah, look for Gadol, Ha-Gadol. You will find, you could translate as the big. We say Ha'el Ha-Gadol in the first blessing of the Amidah. So try to find those words in Hebrew texts, in your Sidurim, in Torah, and see if you can recognize those. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you next week for lesson 5. I forgot what we're on. Thank you so much for watching.